one thing I miss um is being ignorant. I miss when I miss when I was blind. You know what I mean? I miss when I was asleep. You know what I mean? I ain't have to deal with all of this shit. Cause like once you wake up, or you know, once you start seeing things uh for what they really are, um, it's hard, man, cause it's like it's almost like you feel like you going crazy, or like the life that you once, and like life like life how you once viewed it. It's like it just changed overnight, and that shit is scary. You know what I mean? Like you see people, it's like that's the content, talking about all of these different spiritual things and spiritual communities and shit and all of this spiritual shit. But motherfuckers ain't talking about the the difficulties of like being on like a real like journey, you know what I'm saying? Like really getting away from everything, you know what I'm saying? Not being like one foot in, one foot out, still drinking or still partying or still doing a bunch of shit. Like once you really make the decision to really leave everything behind and move forward, like fully detaching, yo man, that shit is crazy. It's hard. It's like I was gonna get on this camera and talk about um being done with spirituality, like just going back into the way I used to be, the way I used to think. You know what I'm saying? Just ignoring all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And just being of the world. Like that shit. That shit really. I really was gonna get on here and talk about that. Like, yo, I'm about to just. I just wanted to speak to that. You know what I mean? Like, man, I'm about to just go back to the way I was living. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, my kids in the Matrix. You know what I mean? Rock out with them, you know what I'm saying? Be in the Matrix with them. You see, people think once you become woke or once you become enlightened and aligned and all that shit, that you could just start taking motherfuckers with you, and that don't work like that. You know what I mean? You gotta leave people. You gonna have to leave people behind. You gonna have to leave people behind. And it could be your kids, it could be your wife, it could be all types of shit, family. And I was like, yo, fuck it. I'll just stay in the Matrix with my kids. You know what I mean? So I ain't gotta make that decision. And not that I'm gonna be separate from my kids, but when your way of living is different, and like if you righteous or you doing all these things, and like if you got kids or if you got other people you care about and they on a whole different way of living, it's like it's difficult. But I was just like, yo, man, ignorance is bliss, and blissfulness can be happiness. You know what I mean? And um, it's a lot that you can be happy with in the Matrix. even if it's temporary happiness or if it's artificial happiness. It's so much of it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, being on this spiritual shit though, man, it's like it's burning me out for real, because I'm at a point where I'm like, I don't wanna give up everything. I don't wanna feel like I gotta give up everything or the things that I used to do and enjoy. I feel like I could do those things in moderation, right? Even if it's down to food or alcohol or shit like that. But like my spirit and just being in tune with that is so powerful that it be making me think about like the future, and it be putting like thoughts in my head like how I'm gonna end up. You know what I mean? Like just small little pop-ups in my mind like, damn man, like if I do choose that, if I choose to go back to being, you know, blind and unawake, I'm making a decision, I'm making a choice. And I'm like, I gotta live with that choice. And knowing that, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. I feel like I'm so far along with knowing things and understanding things for what they are now that if I was to decide to go back, then I made my choice. You know what I'm saying? And if I gotta come back and do all this shit over again, and you know, it's on me. So it's just things that are reminded to me that's like, man, I feel like I'm stuck. Like, damn. I be feeling like I shouldn't have woke up, bro. Cause it ain't no, I mean, I can't speak for, I can speak for me. I feel like I can't go back, bro. And if I do, I feel like it's gonna bother me knowing that I'm like purposely, I'm forcing myself to ignore or forget what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Like being on this side of everything, like going from being an ignorant nigga to being more enlightened. It's like, damn, am I going to voluntarily move forward with intentions of ignoring the things that I know or the things that I see? I don't know, man. I'm really stuck. Like, I'm really stuck though. Like, it's like I don't want to give up everything, bro. Everybody else having fun. Everybody else living life, bro. They laughing at the robots. They laughing. You probably see a bitch twerking on one of them Tesla robots. Like, people they just taking this shit for a joke. Like, this life shit, like, it's just like, bro. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm taking this shit too serious. But just knowing what I know, I'm like, damn, bro. I really believe in that reincarnation shit. I ain't trying to come back and do all this shit over again. I'ma have no way of knowing, but if I enlighten my spirit, you know what I'm saying? And if I activate that, I think I got a better chance of moving on to a different realm as opposed to coming back to planet Earth, or worse, going somewhere closer to the sun, another planet closer to the sun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I know I got a real decision to make, though. I feel like